In today's video we shall be bringing you the latest from Canada, as the country raises minimum proof of funds for immigration in 2025. Starting July 7, 2025, Immigration Canada raised the minimum settlement funds required for express entry applicants under the Federal Skilled Worker and Skilled Trades programs. This update means applicants need to show more money to qualify for permanent residence. If you're planning to immigrate to Canada through the express entry system, there's an important update you need to know. On July 7, 2025, IRCC raised the minimum proof of funds required for two major immigration programs, the Federal Skilled Worker Program FSWP and the Federal Skilled Trades Program FSTP. What's changed? Applicants must now show at least $500 more in available funds compared to last year. For a single applicant, the minimum requirement has risen from $14,690 to $15,263. This increase applies to all applicants under the FSWP and FSTP streams. What is proof of funds? Proof of funds is official documentation showing you have enough money to support yourself and your family when immigrating. It confirms you meet Canada's financial requirements for permanent residence eligibility. Who needs to show proof of funds? You need to meet the new financial requirement if you're applying under Federal Skilled Worker Program FSWP, Federal Skilled Trades Program FSTP. However, you don't need to show proof of funds if you're applying under the Canadian Experience Class CEC, or you already have a valid job offer and authorization to work in Canada. Even if you're applying through FSWP or FSTP. Still, it's smart to keep your proof of funds updated. The system might find you eligible for more than one program. Updated proof of funds requirement effective July 7, 2025. Here's how much you'll need in your bank account, depending on your family size. For a family of one, the previous requirement was $14,690, while the new requirement is $15,263. For a family of two, the previous requirement was $18,288, while the new requirement is $19,001. For a family of three, the previous requirement was $22,483, while the new requirement is $23,360. For a family of four, the previous requirement was $27,297, while the new requirement is $28,362. For a family of five, the previous requirement was $30,690, while the new requirement is $32,168. For a family of six, the previous requirement was $34,917, while the new requirement is $36,280. For a family of seven, the previous requirement was $38,875, while the new requirement is $40,392. For each additional member, previously you will need $3,958, but now you will need $4,112. Canada reviews these numbers annually based on 50% of the low-income cutoff LICO to ensure immigrants have enough to support themselves upon arrival. What counts as family size? Your total family size includes you, the applicant, your spouse or common law partner, your dependent children, your spouse's or partner's dependent children of dependent children. Even if your spouse or kids are Canadian citizens or won't be moving to Canada with you, they still count toward your family size. What counts as proof of funds? You must submit official letters from your bank or financial institution. These letters must be printed on the bank's letterhead, include the bank's contact info, list all your current account numbers, show the date each account was opened, show current balances and average balances for the past 6 months, mention any debts or loans, e.g., credit card balances. You must legally access these funds both when you apply and once you arrive in Canada. What doesn't count as proof of funds? These don't qualify. Real estate or home equity, loans from friends or borrowed money, assets you can't readily access. Money in a joint account with your spouse is acceptable. If the account is only in your spouse's name, you'll need proof that you have legal access to it. What if you don't need to show proof of funds? Even if you're exempt, IRCC still requires you to upload a letter confirming you've been invited under the Canadian Experience Class, or you have a valid job offer and are authorized to work in Canada. Why this update matters. This annual update affects thousands of people looking to move to Canada under express entry. Since over 100,000 invitations to apply ITA letters are issued each year, knowing the financial requirements can help you stay ahead and avoid getting disqualified. If you're serious about immigrating through express entry, make sure your bank documents are accurate, up to date, and meet IRCC's requirements. Quick tips before you apply: double-check your express entry profile and update the fund amounts before July 28, 2025. Prepare the right documents in advance, and banks can take time to issue formal letters. Be honest and clear. IRCC can reject incomplete or incorrect proof. Even if you're exempt, upload the right explanation letter. If Canada is in your immigration plans, these financial updates are something you can't ignore. Take a few minutes to update your express entry profile and get your bank documents in order. A few $100s could mean the difference between moving forward and getting dropped from the pool. And that draws the curtain on the latest from Canada, as the country raises minimum proof of funds for immigration in 2025. If you found this information valuable and you're eager for more most updated information and immigration tips to successfully migrate, then kindly like and share our videos and subscribe to this channel. Then don't forget to hit the notification button to have all our latest videos produced. If you need help, however, with specifics or individualized services in particular, please feel free to contact us by electronic mail, and let's create this success story together. Thank you and see you at the next video.